no more rent checks. Is this the time to say goodbye to old school payments in Dubai? Is this the news you've been manifesting? I know I've messed up on dodgy signatures before, so this could be the end of that. A first of its kind service will mean residents can finally pay for rent monthly rather than traditionally the quarterly, biannually, or some people actually pay their rent yearly.
Yeah, so created by Caper, Rent Now Pay Later (RNPL) will make financial planning that little bit easier for residents, and residents who sign up to the program will be introduced this summer. Will be able to pay rent monthly using a credit card. So not only will it be easier to map out your monthly finances, but you'll also earn rewards on your credit card.
Waleed Shehbibi, the co-founder and CSO at Keeper, revealed the news along with how the user experience works for both tenants and landlords. He revealed this on Dubai Works, a Smashy Business podcast, and you can hear the full Dubai Works podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or subscribe to more business and tech news on Smashy TV. So, will you be signing up now? I'd like to get some clarity on if you're using. So, using a credit card is great because you're going to earn rewards on your rental payment. So that's a big chunk of rewards right there. Then obviously, if you miss a payment, what will that mean? So maybe we should question that.
Yeah, true. I mean, I would prefer these payments coming from my debit card and not my credit card. But I mean, if that is the system, I don't know. I still prefer credit cards over checks, but debit cards over credit cards.
It's just, I think the overall of being able to pay your rent in a smaller amount of time, or in a less financial planning, is because what we can do is, I know me, I pay 4 times a year. So you're putting that aside, but then you're thinking, oh, I've got this big chunk of money. It's
going every 3 months.
Every 3 months. So I'm not a great financial planner. So I think definitely paying monthly would be easier. And also then on the landlord side, they can take a slight loss overall, but they can actually still ask for the yearly payment, and Keeper will front that to them. Like I said, at a small loss, but that means that they can still get their amount a year in advance.
Okay, that's interesting. But we know like the amount of issues people and residents face with checks. Like you said, like signature being #1, inconsistency with signatures, and like maybe like the spelling is wrong, the word is wrong. So many things can go wrong with checks. And it's like you have to face the penalty when the check bounces as well. So it's...
And also when you pass your check to your landlord, they take it to the bank and they say it hasn't been accepted, but they're still sitting there with your check. So in a case that happened to me recently, that just transfer the money, and I'm like, well, you have my check.
You need to ask for the check back.
You need to ask the check back, but it's this whole revolving thing of like, I'd rather just send the money because maybe it's like closer to the time and I need to, but at the same time you're sitting there with a check, so there's a lot of kind of trust involved.
Very true.
And in these day and age you have to be very careful. So the digitalized payment system for rent for both landlords and tenants, this could revolutionize it. It's an app called Keeper if you're interested.
That is so true. We'll move on to our next story now.